we give tu. May I know, before that, my name is Muhammad Dzaki bin Rosman. You can call me Dzaki. Today I'll be replacing our Ustaz Sharif because he's not well today. So unfortunately, I'm here. Uh, so any shows of hand, anyone is new? First time today? First time? Oh, first timer, mashallah. Huh? Oh, this brother new. New. Are you new today? First time? Oh, okay. So welcome. Any not yet Muslims? Not yet Muslim? Not yet. Oh, mashallah. Welcome. Brother, your name? Spencer. Spencer. Only one? One brother? Mashallah. How are you, brother? Okay. So, oh, you have you taken your shahada or not yet? Okay. So now, inshallah, one day, inshallah. So, welcome to New Muslim class, New Muslim community. Today is the second level. So, where we go through the book. Before I start, I would like to make a dua, a supplication, an introduction in Arabic. So that, welcome, brother. So that inshallah we get some barakah for the class inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina may yahdihillahu fala mudilla lah wa may yudlil fala hadiya lah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. sallallahu wasallam alaihi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Wa ba'du fa inna asdaqal hadithi kitabullah wa khairul hadi hadi Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa syarrul umuri muhdatsatuha fa inna kulla muhdatsatin bid'ah wa kulla bid'atin dhalalah wa kulla dhalalatin finnar. Wa ba'du, welcome, ahlan wa sahlan to NMC level 2. I believe most of you are regulars here, so we are completing this book, inshallah, the New Muslim Guide from Sheikh Fahad Salim Bahaman. So now we are in the subject of the 6 pillars of Eemaan, the 6 pillars of faith. So last week, Ustaz Sharif has discussed about the belief in the existence of Allah, right? We started for the first pillar. What is the first pillar of Islam? Of Eemaan, sorry. Believe in Allah. So as a Muslim, we have to have these 6 pillars of Islam. This is a 6 pillar of faith. Sorry, the articles of faith. We call it articles of faith. So there are 6 things that we believe in. Believe something that it is in your heart. When you say what is the difference between Islam and Eemaan, I believe Eemaan is more towards the belief, the inward things that you believe, that you are sure of that thing. Oh, I believe in this thing, even though you cannot see it, even though you are not seeing it. What else? Islam, the pillars of Islam are those things that you do physically, that you can see. Or this person says the shahada, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Or this person perform his prayer 5 times a day, so we can see he's standing, is bowing, etc., etc. So all of these are apparent that you can see. These are all the 5 pillars of Islam. So now we are starting with the faith, which is inside of every one of us. So I cannot see your faith, but your faith translates with your actions. Whatever you do, it translates whatever that is in your belief. Believe or belief? F, belief. Or believe? Belief. F, belief. Okay, let us go through, because we don't have much time. Okay, you all have to go back for lunch, right? 1 o'clock. So we have only like half an hour. Okay, so let's go. Okay, before we even go through, inshallah. So this is the part where we will learn about to believe in Allah's Lordship. Okay, why it is important? So let us summarize what is this this chapter is all about. It is all about Allah's Lordship. It is about what Allah does. What does Allah do? We attribute all these things to Allah only. This thing that Allah is capable of doing. For example, Allah creates. So nobody else can create except Allah. I mean, giving life to something that is dead. And it is the power solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the meaning of Allah's Lordship is that we single out some actions that is only for Allah, not for His creations, not for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is called in Arabic al-imanu bir-rububiyyah, bi-rububiyyatillah, that you believe in Allah's Lordship, His Rabb, His Lordship. Rabb, it's in English, translates as Lord. A Lord, that is, you have a master that is all-powerful, that oversees everything that we do. Let us go through the book, okay? Inshallah. Okay, before that, sorry. Why it is important? Why is it important nowadays? Because nowadays you can see a lot of strange beliefs that people fit into the mainstream media, right? The mainstream media, you can see to our child as well. They are promoting all these thoughts and beliefs. You can see, especially in the movies, right? You can see they are gods. They are gods that possess different powers. That this God takes care of this thing. Maybe this God takes care of the thunder. Or maybe this God takes care of the rain. And there are many gods that take care of the things that human cannot handle. Right? So these things actually, they are promoting it not like in the education, but they show it in they are showing it in a nice manner, in a beautiful manner, in a way that inspires, and maybe the storyline is nice. So we say, oh, this is God. He's very powerful. He can give you thunder. He can call anytime. Call thunder. He can strike thunder anytime he wants. And then he's very heroic. He can save the life, etc., etc. He can save the world, actually, when they combine, assemble in one group, right? So these are things that are alien. I mean, for Islam, we don't believe this. We don't believe in gods. We believe there's only one being that is overseeing, doing everything, that is handling all these things. That is Allah. There's one and only Allah. Qul huwallahu ahad. Say that Allah is only one. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So we don't want to put, like, for example, giving the provision, the food, etc., etc., your risk, your money, all this. We don't want to give it to someone else. We believe that Allah has ordained all of our risk, all our provision. If you whatever you earn today, it's already been what? Provided for you. No, already been written for you. It's already been written for you. Okay, so that is basically why we want to go through this. Because why? Inside this bab, inside this chapter, you will see the pagan people before, the mushrikun, they believe in this. They believe in Allah's lordship. They believe that Allah is the one who provides for them, who gives them rizq, who gives them all the things. But they are lacking with another part of the tawheed, which is the ibadah, the worshipping part, that we will discuss, inshallah, in later, maybe next week, inshallah. Wallahu alam. Depends on the class today. So let's go through the book, inshallah. Believe in Allah's lordship, right? Page number 52. The meaning of belief in Allah's lordship. This means to firmly believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Lord, the creator, the sustainer, the provider of everything. And that He is the one who gives life and causes death. And then He is the only one who can do harm and good, and that all power of decision rests with Him. That in His hand is all good, that He has power over everything, and He has no partner whatsoever in all His doing. You can understand this statement, very, very clear, which means everything, especially in creation. Of course, human can create, right? Human can create robots. No, they create cars. They can create tables, chairs, etc., aircons, etc. But these are using the things that are created by Allah. So we are not actually create something from nothing, right? Yeah, we take things and then we put it together and becomes another thing. So that is not pure creation. Of course, create, but it's not the meaning that is the all creator, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sustainer. You don't know what you're going to earn tomorrow. You have no idea. Some of the billionaires, they don't have an idea before that they become rich. For example, Mark Zuckerberg, he doesn't know that his Facebook will be established and will be successful, right? And if not, he will start Facebook from the start, from the very beginning. So the things are that we are not in control with. Provider of everything. Of course, Allah provides everything. The food that we have, of course, we bought with our money. But there are two things that is the asal, the foundation of rizq, of provision. One is rain. When rain comes down, so all the crops will be alive, will bear fruits, etc., etc. And that is one, with rain. And the second one is the al-an'am, the cattles, the things that we have in farm. For example, the cattle, the sheep, the goats, all the chicken, etc., etc. All these are food. So there are only two sources of food for human being: vegetables and food, vegetable and meat, right? So if either you vegan or carnivore, huh? No, Fadal, ahlan wa sahlan. No, huh? Or you want to become omnivore, huh? We eat everything, inshallah. What is halal? Okay, so let us continue. Belief in Allah's Lordship, you can go to the next page. Therefore, it requires a Muslim to believe that Allah is the only creator of everything in the universe. As the Quran states, Allahu khaliqu kulli shay. Allah is the creator of all things. Khaliq. This name Al-Khaliq is specifically for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Khaliq, the creator. And this is from Surah Az-Zumar, verse number 62. A man's creativity merely involves such processes as transforming, right? Like I mentioned before, transforming something from in one state into another, assembling and building. It does not involve originating creation, creating something out of nothing, or bringing life to death. This is very obvious. Alhamdulillah. And the second one, He is the only one who provides sustenance to His creation, and no one else can do that. No one else can do that. As the Quran states, وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا. And this is from Surah Hud, verse number 6. There is no creature. There's no creature on the earth which is not dependent upon Allah for its provision, right? For its provision. Of course, we can exert the effort to find the provision, but at the end of the day, whatever you earn, it is what Allah has put the limit for you. Next, He is the master and owner of everything. The master and the owner. The kingdom of heavens and earth belong to Allah. This is from Surah Al-Ma'idah. Lillahi mulkus samawati wal ard. Lillahi mulkus samawati wal ard. Lillahi mulkus samawati wal ardi wa ma fihin. So whatever in the heavens and in the earth and whatever is in between, it is for Allah. It is Allah's. Allah's. It belongs to Allah. And the kingdom of the heavens and the earth belong, everything in between them belongs to Allah. This is from Surah Al-Ma'idah, the 5th chapter of the Quran, verse number 120. This is actually the final verse of Surah Ma'idah, 120. He is the sole ruler who regulates all affairs of the universe. What is it? Okay. Yudabbirul arda ila sama. Yudabbirul amra minas sama'i ila al-ard. Thumma yu'ra. So that is the continuation. Thumma ya'ruju ilayhi fi yawmin kana miqdaruhu alfasanati mimma ta'udun. This is from Surah As-Sajdah. As-Sajdah. Every Friday, whoever went to prayer in the masjid, in congregation, most of the imam will recite this surah. So what is the meaning? He directs the whole affair from heaven to earth. So all the things that are happening around the earth, what is, it is not, what do you say? Kebetulan apa? Coincidence. It's not a coincidence. The mixture of oxygen and hydrogen becomes water. This is not coincidence, right? It is miqdar. Kullu shay'in bi miqdar. Allah say everything that we already have made it into proportion. This is oxygen, this is nitrogen, etc., etc. All Allah has detailed it. You can go if you study science. Everybody will know. Study science. Everything. If you it is not properly in a same ratio, in the specific ratio, it will not become water or something. You can ask the scientists. Any scientists here? No? I know you all take science during school. You would know, inshallah, all these things, right? If you still remember. Okay, He is the sole. Okay, man's management of these worldly affairs is rather limited and depends on whether material it is at his disposal. Besides, in doing so, he can either meet with success or experience failure, right? So either you do it nice and it becomes good, success or failure. However, Allah's regulation of the affairs of the universe is comprehensive and it's bound to be effectual. For there is nothing that would otherwise thwart it in any way. As the Quran states, this is the ayat. Ala lahul khalqu wal amru. Ala lahul khalqu wal amru tabarakallahu khairul. Sorry, I forgot. Who remember this ayah? Ala lahul khalqu wal amru. Tabarakallahu rabbul alamin. Okay, tabarakallahu rabbul alamin. Both creation and command belong to him. Creation and command belongs to him, belong to Allah. Blessed be Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Subhanallah. So it's very clear and it's very easy to understand that there are something that we cannot control. It is beyond our control. For example, rain. You plan something. I want to play tonight, Friday night, I want to play basketball with my friends. But suddenly, 7 p.m, rain. Very heavy rain. So no basketball for you. So these are all, and this is called sunnatullah. This is the qadar of Allah, the things that Allah, and this is normal in this life. We plan, but Allah is the best planner. Okay, next is this is what I said before. The Arab polytheists at the time of the Prophet ﷺ believed in Allah's Lordship. They believe in Allah's Lordship. They believe that Allah is the provider, the creator, the sustainer, and the curer, and the nourisher of all. The Arab polytheists, okay? I have to put my makhraj properly, okay, for English, right? Because I teach makharijul huruf in Arabic. So English, somebody can correct me if I do some mistake. The Arab polytheists at the time of the Prophet ﷺ affirmed that Allah's Lordship, they believe that He is the creator, the master, and disposer of all affairs. But such affirmation alone was not sufficient for them not sufficient for them to be admitted into the fold of Islam. They will not become a Muslim if just they affirm this thing, the Lordship of Allah. So what does this statement mean? It means that whoever say they are, we believe in Allah. I believe that Allah creates everything, Allah provides everything, Allah is the one who gives life, and then Allah is the one who causes death. That enough alone is not sufficient to become a Muslim. Because there's another part, that the action of the slave towards Allah. That is another part that inshallah the next week inshallah Sheikh Sharif will discuss inshallah, which is the belief of the worship. You worship only Allah alone. You don't worship anything else. Almost finished. I have another 10 minutes. Okay, as the Quran states, وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهُ قُلِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ بَلْ أَكْثَرُهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. If you ask them, ask the mushrik, Muhammad, if you ask the people, the pagans, the mushrikun, who created the heavens and earth? Who? And they will, of course, they will say, La yaqulun an Allah. In other ayat, let's read first. Who created it? And then they will say, Allah. Confirm they will say, Allah creates everything. Okay? And then say, Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah, but most of them do not know. This ayah have a lot of variations. You can see in the Quran. This one is the specific verse is from Surah Luqman. When we see the Arabic, the Arabic wording they use here is la yaqulunna Allah. Lam Allah who can say, Qulillah, say it is Allah. They will say Allah, like yaqulu, kan? Yaqulullah, yaqulullah, which means they will say Allah. But Allah put two things here, two letters. One is lam, la. La means that is you wanna make something stronger. La, you wanna affirm something. La yaqulun. They will surely say. And then Allah put another nun at the end. Nun tawkid is called. Nun tawkid. Anyone who study Arabic, they will know that if you put this nun, it is emphasized again. So there's two emphasis, right? And two emphasis about. They will surely say that it is Allah who created all of this. So, but why they are still called mushriks? Anyone can answer? Why they are still not considered Muslims? Why do they fight against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why? Even though, yeah.
Because they associated Allah with our deities.
But they say here, no, Allah do anything else.
They believe that Allah is the biggest God, but they believe in other deities. They shared the intermediator between them and Allah.
Yeah, mashallah, ahsanta barakallahu fiqh. That is the good answer. So why they are called mushrik? Because they believe that Allah provides everything, etc., etc., but they have intermediaries between them and Allah. They are called gods. Aliha. So there are a lot of ilah that they worship this because they say we cannot go direct to Allah. They go to the wasa'id, the channels first, and then go to Allah. Okay, so that's why they are called mushrik, those who associate partners with Allah. So believing Allah in the Lordship of Allah alone is not enough. Indeed, affirmation that Allah is the Lord of all the worlds and He is the Master and Sustainer entails that all acts of worship must be directed to Him alone, without taking any partners whatsoever in His worship. It would be, how to say this, ludicrous. Am I saying right? Ludicrous. Ludicrous to affirm that Allah is the creator of everything, the disposal of all affairs, the one who gives life, causes death, and that when we direct, then we direct our act of worship to other than Him, other than Allah, right? So you say Allah is this one, Allah is the creator, but you direct worship to other things, Al-Lata, Al-Uzza, Al-Manat, or maybe you direct your worship to for example, a prophet, Prophet Isa, for example, Jesus, or Prophet Uzair, or maybe you worship the angels. So this is not layambari. How to say? It is not tak patut lah. It is not befitting lah. Because the one who is giving is Allah, but you worship somebody else. For example, you are working for example, Amazon. Amazon, right? The one of the biggest company in the world, Amazon. But they pay you the wages, the wages, salary, right? Not wages, salary. And then but you are sitting at let's say IBM's office. You work there. You do your job there. You do work for IBM. So it's not befitting, right? So you have to channel. This is just an example, worldly example. Walillahi mathalul a'la. It is where is it? And indeed, doing so is a tremendous wrong and the worst of all sins. As the Quran states, وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِبْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. When Luqman said to his son, Luqman, one of the wise person that is mentioned in the Quran a long time ago. So Allah mentioned Luqman as an example for us. So he said to his son, counseling him, my son, oh my son, do not associate anything with Allah in worship. Associating others with Him is a terrible wrong. Dhulmun azim. It is a dhulm, it is zalim. In English is transgression. It is the big transgression. The biggest transgression that you can do is you associate partners with Allah. Okay. This is from Surah Luqman. When the Prophet ﷺ was asked about the greatest sin in the sight of Allah, he replied, Antaja'alallahi niddan. Antaja'ala lillahi niddan wa huwa khalaqaka. That is the hadith. To set up rival to Allah in worship, though He alone created you. He alone created you. This is a long hadith. Ayu dhanbin a'zam. Which is the companions asked the Prophet, which of these sins that is the greatest sins? So Allah, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned associating partner with Allah. Number one, first, the greatest dhulm. Okay, so it is very clear, very easy to understand. Now we continue. Another 1 minute left. 5 minutes. Belief in Allah's Lordship sets the heart at rest. When one firmly acknowledges that none of Allah's creation can challenge His decree, being the creator and king of all mankind, who decrees whatever He deems wise for them, who is their only creator, sustainer, disposer of all affairs, whom nothing as small as an atom moves or settles except with His decree, one's heart become attached to the Almighty Allah, asking none but Him, relying on Allah in all worldly matters and dealing with all the ups and downs of life life calmly and confidently, with determination and perseverance. For once we have done what we can possibly do to achieve a worldly goal and have prayed to Allah for assistance, we have actually done our duty in this way. We become contented, and we do not covet what others may have. And fully aware that all powers, decision rests with Allah, who creates whatever He wills and chooses for mankind whatever best for them. So this is the result. This is the fruits of believing that Allah controls everything, that everything that is belong to Allah, that you will be at rest, at peace on whatever happens. Whatever happens to you, as a Muslim, you can see, even though some Muslims they are maybe they don't have a lot of wealth, they are poor, but you can see they are calm, they are in tranquility, even though of course their life is hard, harsh, etc. But they can sleep well. They can sleep well because they know at the end of the day, Allah is the one who decides everything. Whatever you are now, it is from the decree of Allah. From the decree of Allah. Not to say, but the mistake here, why? Not to say that we don't do anything. We say, this is what Allah have decided for me, so I just relax on my couch, watching Netflix, binging, now they say, binging Netflix, and rest, and then I say, Allah, give me money, give me money, give me money. No, that is not the way. The sunnatullah, the sunnatullah is, how to say sunnatullah? The rules of the world, the universe, the rule of the universe, that is that you have to work in order to get money. You have to diet in order to lose weight. You have to, apa lagi? You have to put effort to get something, right? You have to, if you wanna feel what? Full, right? And you wanna take away your hunger, you have to eat. So do you eat by making dua? No. You don't make dua, Allah, I'm hungry, I wanna eat. I want make me full. No. You have to take the food and put it in your mouth. So that is called effort. So everything Allah SWT already decide that this is the rule of the universe. So, but here, what we want to say is, we feel very, okay, it's okay. I've tried my best, but I didn't get it. Alhamdulillah, ala kulli hal. Whatever calamities that happen to me, we know that Allah is testing us. Allah will never leave us alone. Allah is Allah. Allah. There's one ayat, not one ayat, a few, some places, maybe two places, if I'm not mistaken. Wama qadarullah haqqa qadari. The people, they do not put Allah at the proper level, at the proper place. That you say, oh, Allah is not capable of helping me. Allah is not. So they don't put effort. They don't exert effort to make dua to Allah, to ask Allah, oh Allah, give me this. So they don't really worship Allah at the level that Allah is supposed to be worshipped. So they left worship semua. So they don't put Allah at the proper place. For example, the king, right? Or maybe the nearer example is our prime minister. When you see our prime minister, oh, prime minister, Datuk Seri, Datuk Seri, Datuk Seri kan? Datuk Seri, Datuk Seri kan? Datuk Seri, PMX, wah PMX, Masya Allah kan? So you're very, you fear him. You when you talk to him, you talk with a very proper language. You choose your language properly. But this is Allah, is more greater than a prime minister. So you have to put Allah at the proper level, at the proper place, that you fear Him properly. What is suitable, that what is ma yaliku bi jalalihi. How to say that in English? Whatever that is befitting to Him, to His Majesty. To His Lord. Subhanallah. What example I want to give? I already forgot. So this, for example, you know Allah, His footstool, footstool, right? The kursi of Allah, Ayatul Kursi. Remember the footstool of Allah compares to the Allah's throne, the Arsh. Okay, it's like you take one ring and you throw it in the vast, wide desert. So you throw that ring in the desert. So that is the comparison of the footstool and the Arsh. So how big is the Arsh of Allah? And you know how many angels that Allah created? There are, this is one hadith, I summarize the hadith, there are 70,000 angels that every day will come into Baitul Ma'mur. Baitul Ma'mur is in the seventh heaven. This is like the house, like a Kaaba for the angels. So 70,000 angels will come to this house and they make tawaf. And then they will go. And then the next batch will come, 70,000, 70,000, 70,000, every day. So how you imagine how majestic, how big is Allah's kingdom. We cannot see it now. You can see everything. There's one hadith, there's no space in this earth, in this sky, that there's not an angel is there. And they're worshipping Allah. Some angels are created to worship Allah. So all these things that if you imagine, like we are just a small, tiny piece of habuk, speck of dust in I don't know where in this universe. So with this, makes us humble, and then makes us maybe inshallah we just rely our worries and our worries and our anxiety and our sadness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We try our best in this world. Of course, we're going to try our best. This world is a test. Then inshallah, we believe that Allah will never leave us alone. Allah will never leave us alone, inshallah. So make dua, ask Allah, oh Allah, guide me. Guide me. If this is the truth, guide me, oh Allah. If you is there, if you are there, guide me. And guide me. Show me the truth. Wallahu alam. So I guess I'll stop here. Before I end, any comments, any questions, any additions, any points that I missed? Tafaddalu. Welcome. So any questions from our friends who's not yet Muslim? Brother, you have any question, anything that is confusing for you? Not yet. Not yet. Alhamdulillah. I'm saved. Brothers, how are you? Okay. Do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you're saying? Any confusion or anything? No? For now? Okay. Any question, brother? No? Brother, any questions? Any additional points that I missed? Mashaykh Ibrahim, do you think anything that I missed from the book? Okay. No questions, brother. Oh, that means my lecture is clear, very clear and tip top, So you can put 5 star lah. Okay, rate 5 star. Jazakumullah khairan for your attentive listening. So I hope I delivered the lecture properly, inshallah. So inshallah, this is not going to be forever. Inshallah, next week Sheikh Sharif will come back. Okay, he is more articulate, he is more experienced. He is American. His English is better. So may we benefit. I benefited a lot from his lectures. MashaAllah, he is very very knowledgeable and very what to say? Concise, not to say. It's very what? Yeah. Sorry, brother. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
I just want to say about the belief only Allah is worthy of worship. Sometimes subconsciously we worship other things. Worship sport or musician or artist or money or things like this. So like the belief is not just saying, I believe in Allah. It's like putting it into practice like you were saying before and being pragmatic about it and doing the 5-6-1 and things like that. It's not just saying, I believe in Allah and then going to Coldplay concert. It's not. It's like I'm starting to realize that now, like 10 years as a revert and just starting to understand that kind of thing. The more, less about the words you say, but more about like where you spend your time or what you spend your time doing. Now I spend more time in the Quran, reading Quran, and spend more time in the masjid. And now I come here. This is my first time here. Take on a lecture here, and I can see like my understanding of that belief and only Allah being worthy of worship is starting to grow a bit more. Not just being from words, but like from what I'm doing as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Your name, brother? Sulaiman. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
From Australia.
Yeah, Australia. But my parents from Samoa.
MashaAllah.
I live here for 5 years now.
You studying here?
No, I have a agriculture company.
MashaAllah. Welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Al-Khadim as well.
Sama-sama.
So whatever the brother said, MashaAllah, is true. Whatever he said is true. That, belief doesn't mean only in words, right? The belief translates from to the action as well. I want to comment something about what you said just now. What did you say just now? I was concentrating about something else just now. Yeah, there are people who worship others. In fact, Allah already said in the Quran, whoever worships besides Allah, they are worshipping their own desires. أَفَرَأَيْ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. Right? Have you haven't seen these people who take their desires as their ilah, as their things that they worship? So they worship anything else besides Allah. However, that this thing say, this is the correct way to handle your life. For example, this is you cannot condemn certain group of people, certain orientation of people, or something. You cannot condemn them. So we believe this is the correct way. Okay, so they will change their beliefs, their rules, depending on their desires. Whatever that is in that moment, in that zaman, in that time, which is benefiting for them, so they will change depending on the situation. So, but Allah, whatever His rules is divine. It is from the heavens. So it is from the day it was revealed until now. It is the same. Until the day of judgment, it will remain the same. Salah 5 times a day. Saum, not worshipping other than Allah. This will stay the same. It's very consistent, and it is not from any desires, or maybe I'm sure that you all experience meetings, right? You want to discuss, okay, what is the SOP of? We want to create some SOP for etc. things. Maybe We want to do some new rules for the company, so we gather together with the HR, etc., and we discuss. Oh, I think this one is good. I think this one is good. So we put. We put all the rulings. So these are depending on your limited knowledge at that particular moment. So why not rely to the rules that the one who knows everything, the one who creates us, the one who knows from about us inside out. So we just submit to his rules. We believe Muslims, they believe that these rules are the perfect rule, they're the most perfect, and if we follow it, inshallah, it is the way to savior lah, the way to salvation. Salvation, not only for this world, but for the hereafter. Because Muslims believe that this life is just the short span of aspect of your life. There's another life that is longer, which is eternity, right? Eternity. We believe that. Because that life is more important for us than this. Wal akhiratu khairum wa abqa. And the hereafter is more better and more everlasting. Wallahu alam. So I end it here. Jazakumullah khairan for your attentive listening. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm sorry if I hurt any one of you with my words. Jazakumullah khairan. We end with the tasbih kafara. Let us recite together this tasbih kafara so that may Allah forgive of all our sins. Subhanakallah humma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. The meaning is, what is the meaning, brother? Subhanakallah, glory be to you, O Allah, wa bihamdika, and all praise to you. I bear witness, ashhadu Allah, I bear witness there is none worthy of worship except Allah, except you. I repent. Subhanakallah, ashhadu alla anta astaghfiruka, I ask for your forgiveness, wa atubu ilai, and I repent to you.